everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. So, let's begin. The following security camera video was uploaded to YouTube in September of 2018 by username J Breezy, and showcases the inside of some sort of building that requires a nighttime security guard to keep watch. And in the case of this video, Jay is the guard. In the video, we see Jay sitting down in his chair, passing the time, when all of a sudden, something strange captures his attention for the remainder of the video. Take a look at the bizarre footage.
Motherfucker decided to show itself again. That's it. That's it. It's fake though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something, because I didn't know what to do. You know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'm over there just talking shit now, like, why is it always me and stuff? So it is what it is. It showed up to me twice already.
Out of the corner of Jay's eye, he can see a creepy ghostly apparition walk around the area, which can also be seen on camera if you look just close enough. Afterwards, he proceeds to throw what looks to be a rolled up newspaper at the entity before eventually talking to himself in the corner. At the end of the video, we can see him saying a prayer before going back to work, finally feeling a little comfortable knowing that the spirit is now gone. Let's just hope that from here on out, Jay can go back to working in peace and not have to worry about being paid a visit from an entity from another dimension. UFO sightings are absolutely everywhere on the internet. All you have to do is search UFO sighting in the YouTube search bar, and you'll be peppered with thousands of videos of people who claim to have captured a legitimate UFO on camera. But few videos are as incredible as the one you're about to watch. The video in question was published to YouTube in February of 2022, although it is not exactly known who the original owner of the video is. Nevertheless, in the video we see a normal looking blue sky with clouds spread around when all of a sudden something incredibly odd begins to make an appearance in the sky that doesn't look like it belongs. Take a look.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He said, first one to comment. I appreciate it, man.
By stabilizing the video, you can get an even better look at the strange object seen floating in the sky. It appears to rotate several times and even has what seems to be a bright light flicker in its core every so often as well, causing many people to believe that whoever the original owner of the video is was able to capture authentic footage of a UFO in broad daylight. Also, I have to share a personal story of mine. One day about 5 to 6 years ago, I was taking the bus home from my education. I was sitting beside a good friend of mine, and we were passing through a series of large empty fields when I suddenly noticed a mysterious object in the sky. It was almost as if it was just stuck at a fixed point in the sky, not moving whatsoever. My friend also saw it. Till this day, I've had a difficult time explaining to people what the object was, and all I could call it was a UFO with potentially extraterrestrial origins. But then I recently saw this clip. that you're watching right now, and it looks exactly like the object I saw that one day several years ago. But what do you think? Is this actual footage of a UFO caught on camera? Is this some other strange object that just so happens to look like an alien spacecraft? Or was this whole thing just one big hoax? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
He said, yo, Tony Brown, what's
The
up?
following video was published to TikTok in March of 2022 by username MrFender76. In the footage, we see the uploader wander around through a forest during the middle of the night, where he is surrounded by nothing but pure darkness. He starts to talk to the camera and demonstrates just how bright his brand new flashlight is and calls it amazing, implying that he is about to go explore the forest even deeper. A moment later, he picks his camera back up off the ground, but at this point, things have already gotten terrifying. Take a close look.
Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these...
If you missed it, I don't blame you.
I ain't see
A
shit.
creepy arm can be seen wrapped around a tree on the right-hand side of the screen farther back, but it pulls away as soon as the lights turn on. Do you see it now? Understandably, this video has creeped out many who have seen it, and it seems as if nobody can come up with a concrete explanation as to what this could have been. The arm appears to be long and lanky, causing some to speculate that this could belong to that of a humanoid creature, which definitely seems likely. However, it is also possible that this was just a hoax. Whatever the case may
It's
be,
fake.
there's no denying that this would be one of the last things you would want to see in the forest late at night. A woman on TikTok with the username ArmSamIguess uploaded a total of 4 videos recently that showcase some seriously creepy activity happening. In the first video, we see the uploader roaming around a dark and eerie room. Other than its atmosphere though, it doesn't appear to be anything too extreme. However, something happens shortly after that freaks the uploader out. In the second video,
So I'll
she
pee a little
explains
bit.
that she was in the room earlier, saying that the lights aren't working at the moment, which is why it's so dark inside. She also shows a small pumpkin-shaped object and says it fell to the floor beforehand. However, while filming, something incredibly strange captures her full attention, leaving her totally speechless.
This is the dry room where we keep the food and stuff, and like the carts have like fudge on them or whatever. I don't know why that thing fell earlier. I'm really...
Oh, nah.
Unfortunately for the uploader, it seems as though the terror also follows her home, considering the events of the video that you are about to watch. At the start of the video, she says that she's been hearing tapping noises coming from somewhere inside her house. She then proceeds to walk into the living room, where she asks her family if they have been making the strange noises, at which point they tell her that they thought she was the one making the noises. She then walks into the bathroom and discovers that it seems to be coming from the shower.
Are you guys tapping on something out here? Wait, shh, shh, shh. Where is it? The shower?
The fourth and final video shows the TikToker sitting on the stairs talking to the spirit that may or may not be living in her house. Quote, "So since you like to slam doors in this house, do you think you could do it now?" Unquote, she asks.
So I'm back. You
A
back like you
couple of
never
seconds
left.
go by with
Welcome
complete
back.
silence, and then,
Do you think you could do it now?
Oh shit.
No way.
one thing that's evident from watching this uploader's videos is that she's definitely living with some sort of strange spirit, but whether or not it is harmful or just eerie is anybody's guess. Let's just hope that this TikToker can one day go about her life living in peace and not in fear. Chris from the YouTube channel UrbexHill has pretty much seen it all at this point. For years now, he has posted videos to his channel that focus on him exploring some of the creepiest abandoned buildings in the world, including churches, schools, libraries, and more. In this particular video, published to his channel in April of 2022, Chris ventures out to explore some mysterious tunnels that prove to be more than he bargained for. In the description of the upload, Chris writes, quote, "Today I explored a mysterious tunnel and saw something strange.
Everybody that's joining, make sure
I
you hit
took
the
on
like
one of the
button.
most dangerous explorations that I've ever attempted. Over the course of one whole day, I traversed more than 10 miles and a confusing and seemingly endless tunnel system hidden deep within the forest. As I entered the portal, I noticed it was oddly quiet, and I began to have a strange feeling I was being watched. While I continued to explore deeper within the tunnels, I started to notice signs that I may not be alone, which led me to have one of the most terrifying encounters I've ever experienced. So with that context out of the way, let's get into it. At around the 18-minute mark, Chris is wandering around the tunnels when he suddenly pauses and looks to his right. What he sees next is absolutely pulse-pounding.
What the fuck? Oh no.
Two incredibly fast creatures can be seen darting from around the corner before eventually retreating back into their hiding spots. Amazingly, if Chris did indeed see these two horrifying creatures, he didn't seem to be too bothered by them.
So it's a flip.
About 20 minutes later, towards the end of the video, Chris is wandering down a terrifyingly dark corridor where the only thing he can hear is the sound of water rushing underneath his feet. But in just a moment, a new sound is added to the mix.
Somebody screaming.
A couple of minutes later, Chris is thankfully able to make it out of the tunnels in one piece. However, despite the fact that he made it out alive, there's no denying that there was certainly something viscous and terrifying waiting for him in the tunnels. Whatever it is, it's probably best that we don't ever find out.
Should have found out. You should have ran
And
around the
that was
corner.
5 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spoos, and I'll see you all
Yeah,
in
watch
the next
that.
video.
Let's see.
top
KC,
10
what's up,
scary
KC?
videos of ghosts and graveyards. The White Witch of York. This next video is said to take place at a haunted cemetery in York, Maine. The story goes that a white witch named Mary was buried here in 1776, and that her ghost is often seen roaming the grounds.
Everybody that's watching, make sure you hit the like button.
Children at a nearby playground have reported, quote, an invisible woman who likes to push them on the swings. In this bizarre clip, someone catches a mourner kneeling over a grave in the cemetery.
Oh shit. Should've rained. Copy. Yazoo.
It almost looks as if some ghostly figure is reaching out to try to comfort the man. But what do you think? Being shadowed. YouTube ghost hunter Franco TV is investigating a supposedly haunted cemetery in Florida in the dead of night. He begins to get the feeling that he might not be alone.
I literally saw with the corner of my eye, like a black shadow just kind of moved through here. Come on, light. That was the weirdest thing.
And then things get even weirder.
All right. This is one of the areas that I think is the most creepiest. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? It's moving. Holy crap. I just saw a black shadow again.
I don't see shit.
Let me watch my six, hold on. Okay, that was weird.
But the frightening encounters don't stop there.
I don't know what to say. I'm actually getting a little bit creeped out right now. I have my car right there. Marco?
I know he ain't saying no Marco.
You're probably asking why I'm saying Marco. It's a little inside joke. Well, it was supposed to be a joke, but on one of my videos I do the same thing. And you could actually hear a response back. What the f was that? What the f was that? I legit just saw a shadow. I legit just saw a shadow. What the? Hello?
So did Franco TV see some sort of shadow being or catch a ghost on camera? Or is it all just an
I
elaborate
ain't
hoax?
see shit besides
You
that
decide.
ugly ass thing.
You can check out Frank's full video over on his channel, Franco TV. Ghosts of Gettysburg. Gettysburg National Park in Pennsylvania was the site of the infamous Civil War Battle of Gettysburg. It's also home to the Gettysburg National Cemetery, where approximately 5,000 of the deceased Union and Confederate soldiers were laid to rest. In this video, a tourist spots bizarre orbs in the trees and begins filming them, completely unaware of the even stranger activity her camera is catching on the ground.
Look at that orb up in the tree. No.
It's like I was walking.
Wow, you see that flashing?
Hello guys, good evening, good morning.
What looks to be the ghostly apparitions of Civil War soldiers can be seen appearing and walking the grounds. The woman who filmed the footage says she didn't even see the figures until she reviewed her video. This little light. YouTube user Frankly2112 says that his brother convinced him to come along on a ghost hunt through a graveyard dating back to the 1800s. He starts filming and ends up catching one of the strangest paranormal encounters ever recorded. Did you see it? Watch it again in slow motion. And then, when he pans back... Now, I'm not even sure how to describe what he captures on camera. It almost looks like some sort of apparition with a light in its chest. And then the strange thing just seems to disappear and the light flies away. Frankly2112 says that he couldn't see the apparition and had no idea what he caught until he reviewed his film later. So let me know what you think this thing looks like. Where science ends. YouTube user LR Williams Jr. posted a video of a very strange anomaly at the Oakwood Cemetery in Michigan.
What we're doing right now is we're taking the farthest entrance into the cemetery. And as you can see down this little road, we're going to be heading down a hill. Just a very short, or a very small hill, rather. And just to demonstrate what's going to happen here, I'm first going to put my car in neutral. It is in neutral. I'm going to take my foot off the pedals. There's some bird poop on my window. Enjoy that. And now, as you can see,
God
with my
bless
foot
you, Shadow.
off
Oh,
the
thank you. I
pedal and
appreciate
the
it.
car in neutral, we're rolling downhill. That is what you would expect. Nothing unusual about that. That's just good physics, right? Well, if you're going to do this little test yourself, you'll notice that over here there's a tree with a big knot hole. You'll want to pull your vehicle right up toward it and put your car in neutral and watch what happens. We're rolling backwards up the hill. My feet are off the pedal. Car is still in neutral. It's the weirdest darn thing. And I don't know how or why it does it, but it does it consistently every time. I'm gonna drive back down here. We'll go right by the knothole to show you. Some more scudge on my window. Okay, right next to it. Car back in neutral. And rolling backwards up the hill. I have no idea. I don't really want to know how it works. I just know that it does. And it's the weirdest thing. Yeah, my feet are off the pedals. All right, so looks like by this tree, we stop and we start going forward again. Anyway,
That's
you
weird.
want to try it for yourself? Oakwood Cemetery in Farmington, Michigan. It's a cool cemetery, by the way. Lots of really unique old markers. Some of them very, very old. But the real draw for me is not the markers as much as being able to roll backwards uphill.
Note that the car rolls both ways when in neutral, both up and down the hill. But here's something that might be even stranger in this video. YouTube commenters began to point out that a creepy, unexplained voice could be heard in the middle of the video.
Still in neutral. It's the weirdest darn thing. And I don't know how or why it does it.
So, just what do you think is going on at Oakwood Cemetery in Michigan? Is it just an optical illusion and the sound of the wind? You decide. Brought to light. YouTube ghost hunter Spirit Encounters ITC are investigating an old graveyard in Cornwall, England. One of the group members sees a strange ghostly orb, but for some reason none of the rest are able to see it. Head researcher Chris Moon points his camera in the general direction of the orb and manages to catch something truly chilling.
Alright, I'll make you something. Go lay down. Go.
At first, it simply looks like a light. Then, as it blooms brighter, it reveals some bizarre faceless apparition, seemingly holding the light in its hand. Chris says he had no idea what he had caught until he reviewed his footage later.
Melody.
Hold on. A teen named Jesse Greathouse and his family were vacationing in Savannah, Georgia when they decided to visit a Civil War graveyard. As Jesse films across the cemetery, he catches something unbelievable as an oddly pale little boy comes running down the path.
Go in the room.
The boy seems to jump into a tree, then drops back to the ground and simply disappears behind a grave.
Hold on.
The photographer is so baffled by what he's seen that he actually just stops filming. The video has been examined by visual effects experts, and they say that there is absolutely no evidence of editing or video manipulation. Shapes and shadows. Stacy from the YouTube channel Misguided Road Trips and Patty from G-Team Paranormal make a trip to a secluded graveyard out in the middle of the remote woods of Georgia. At first, it's a bit creepy, but everything goes as expected. However, Stacy and Patty soon realize that they may not be alone out in the dark woods.
Stacy. Stacy. There's a light over there. I don't know if y'all see that. Stacy, I see eyeballs. I don't think that's a light. I think what I just saw was eyeballs right over there. Oh my God.
Although they're a little shaken up, the two continue deeper into the forest.
You don't listen, man.
This is really scary, guys. I don't get scared very often. What the hell is that? What is that? There's something right there. What is that? Figure my see it. No!
Hey,
Stacy, am I
didn't I just tell you to stop? Go on, mommy.
What is that?
I'm gonna beat you
Some
up.
strange shadow is just standing motionless near one of the low cemetery walls. Stacy and Patty decide to make a quick exit.
It's a big something dark, just dark, something dark standing there. Oh my God, it just moved. It just f***ing moved. Stacy, it just moved. I think we should go.
I think we need to go too, Patty. I don't like this.
Moving.
Oh my God.
Where'd it go? It just f***ing moved. Oh my God, my heart is about to beat out of my chest.
I think we need to go. I'm telling you, I want to get out
Get
of
up
here.
out of there.
I don't feel right.
You better leave.
I don't feel right.
But apparently, they don't leave soon enough.
Stacy, what the f was that? What? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! You f scared the out of me! Oh my God!
Sorry. Oh my God.
Did something touch you?
Yes, something touched me. It's like it tagged on my shirt, pulling me back.
There's something over there, Stacy. Oh my God!
I want to leave.
I want to go too.
There's something over there.
Oh my God!
What the f just pushed me down? Stacy!
She faking it.
Stacy, something just pushed me down.
You can watch the rest of Stacy and Patty's videos as well as their follow-up investigations over on their YouTube channels, Misguided Road Trips and G-Team Paranormal. People watching. In this next entry, we go back again to Cornwall, England, which apparently has some of the most haunted graveyards in the world. This time, the YouTube channel Ghost Adventures of Cornwall is investigating another allegedly haunted graveyard. Investigator Mark Davies captures a bizarre floating white mist between graves.
Look at the mass. Look, a white mass.
Hold on a minute, Wendy's catching something on the camera.
Yeah, it's right there.
Wow, she's got a white mass.
Yeah, right behind the headstone.
Really?
That's more or less where you were standing.
Keep recording it, Wen. Keep recording it. You have got it on record, haven't you?
Yeah.
No.
Melody. Didn't I just say
Like a
stop?
white ball of mist.
I'm not playing with you.
Gone.
It's gone now. Turn the light on, it's gone. Is it still there now, Wen?
No.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Then they notice something odd about one of the tombstones.
What the hell is that?
I've got all kinds of going on here, mate.
Wendy's catching loads of stuff right now.
All kinds of going on.
He's catching Wendy.
Behind that headstone there, right?
It almost looks as if a spirit is peeking out at them from behind the stone. So is this a ghost caught on camera, or just a trick of the light? Let me know.
It's bullshit.
Shaking like a leaf. This next video was supposedly filmed by a young guy touring the Universal Cemetery in Barranquilla, Colombia. This video has become a bit of a classic ghost video on the internet and has even been featured in multiple paranormal TV shows.
Peekaboo.
But what do you think? Ghost caught on camera, or just a really good fake?
That's a crackhead.
Thanks for watching. If you want to submit or suggest a video, contact me at
crackhead.
nukestop5@gmail.com and follow me on Twitter at nukestop5. See you next time.
Show your nuts too, buddy. Let me see something. Watch this one.
Don't advertise on Google Ads or Facebook before blocking click fraud with Clixies. Not a fun fact. 1 out of every 4 clicks is fraudulent.
King Wolf,
Lucky
what's
you,
up, man?
Clixies gives you an extra layer of ad protection.
top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Hitchhiker. This next video was sent in by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer from Malaysia. It starts with a driver cruising down a long and desolate road.
What the hell is that?
Some sort of bizarre misty half-man seems to appear in the middle of the road. His arm is outstretched, almost as if hitchhiking. Is this a ghost caught on camera?
Trying to get
or just a trick of the
trying to get a ride, man.
You decide. Hiding under the covers. I featured the YouTube channel The Ghosts of Carmel, Maine a couple of times before, and for good reason. Channel host Kent Burris posts frequent paranormal investigations, including explorations of his own haunted home and a ghostly presence that he refers to as, quote, Shadow Dude.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you talking?
He wildin'.
What the hell is that noise? Son of a bitch!
Oh. Yeah, runner. He's a runner. He's a track star. You're supposed to get up out of there.
Hello? Noise.
Now, when watching this video, 2 Nuke's Top 5 viewers even caught one creepy incident that even Kent didn't notice.
Okay, I'm uploading this, but for some reason I'm hearing noises again. Hello?
I don't know why they always saying hello. That's just stupid.
Can you hear me?
Did you see it? Just watch the bed covers.
What the hell?
Something seems to be moving around under the blanket, but Kent doesn't even seem to notice or curse the darkness. This next video is from Saudi Arabian ghost hunter Adventure Allah. In this clip, Allah is investigating a house that is said to have been cursed by an angry neighbor.
التامات من شر ما خلق. Bismillah.
There we go with the ads.
Bismillah.
Bismillah.
I told you for $1 down, I could get you into Apple laptop game.
Get up out of here.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. هذا كيف؟ بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. في صوت هنا. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله. ايش هذا؟ حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
He out.
بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله حسبي الله الله أكبر.
What the hell?
We'll say that.
Hey, why the bitch?
بسم الله.
No!
Hey, shush. Water. Wolf, what's up, man?
والله يا اخواني احس احد جنبي والله العظيم ورب الكعبة اني احس احد جنبي.
I feel like someone is standing next to me.
في ماي هنا. ايش الخرج اللي فوق؟
There's a bottle of water up there. They must be thirsty. Must be thirsty.
يا اخوان والله العظيم والله العظيم طق في الجدار. يا ويلي. هذا من الماي هذا السحر هنا هذا الماي. هذا الماي سحر قسما بالله يا اخوان. هذا الماي هو السحر.
I don't even say the water is evil.
والله لا طلعك يا ابن الكلب. يا الله بسم الله. بسم الله. حسبي الله حسبي الله.
Hey, thanks for the sub.
In the end, it all becomes too much, and Allah decides to just make a run for it.
حبايب قلبي والله العظيم ما عرفت كيف رجعت البيت قسما بالله بردية في جسمي كله. إن
So
جسمي
you swear to God, his body is cold like ice. My whole body keeps shaking.
So is this a cursed and violently haunted house? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. A visit from Grandma.
Yeah,
Jamie
Grandma.
Primack Sullivan hosts a popular daily vlog on Facebook called Coffee Talk, where she discusses her life, gives advice, and interacts with her daily viewers. The vlog has nothing to do with the supernatural in any way. So, one night Jamie posts a random update along with her daughter Charlie. When the subject of Jamie's deceased grandmother comes up, things get a bit spooky.
Do you remember my grandma? Where is my grandma? Where is she?
Behind you.
Hey, you. Me. Yeah, you. Don't you want to play something different?
What did she do to make her go up in heaven? Did she do a smoker?
No, she didn't do a smoker. She was just very old. She was almost 93, and her body just got very tired. She was too old.
Was she, did your grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
Oh, nah.
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
Now, keep in mind that Jamie's grandmother called her by the nickname Jamila when she was just a child. Her daughter Charlie has no way of knowing this.
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
So, was little Charlie communicating with the spirit of her great-grandma? Let me know what you think. Silent witness. Students and teachers at a high school in Manila, Philippines have experienced many strange occurrences. Some even claim to have seen ghosts at the school. Well, no one believed the stories until a video from the school's graduation ceremony surfaced and quickly became viral.
Oh, nah.
As
So
the
that's
graduates
creepy?
gather,
Yeah, that's crazy.
the ghostly figure of a girl seems to peer down at them from the roof of
That's
the
one
school.
of the girls that didn't graduate.
The
She mad.
attendees say that they saw nothing unusual at the event. The figure on the roof, which is referred to as the White Lady Ghost, was only spotted when the graduation video was made public. Thanks for watching. Suggest videos at nukestop5@gmail.com, and please follow me on Twitter at nukestop5. See you next week.
Melody. Yes. I want to see the dog one.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Hello. Hello.
Top 5 scary things caught on camera. Witches. The Witch of Del Rey. Rose Veres was a Hungarian immigrant who ran a boarding house in the Del Rey neighborhood of Detroit, Michigan. Neighbors believed that Rose was a witch and possessed magical powers. Everyone in her boarding house feared her and refused to look her in the eye. But the story gets even creepier, because 12 men, possibly more, passed away under mysterious circumstances while living in Rose's boarding house. Rose was arrested in 1931, and newspapers dubbed her, quote, the Witch of Del Rey. In this next video, a man who claims to be a policeman says he was filming outside the famous boarding house of the Witch of Del Rey when this happened.
I was on one of my recent calls. There was a domestic disturbance over in Del Rey, and it turned out to be resolved by the time I got there. But you know, some people yell, and then they stop yelling. By the time I got there, I noticed there were some peculiar noises coming from a neighboring house. Please bear with me. I'm not professional at this, but there were some stills and footage I took.
Over here on Medina Street. What's that? Something on. The house appears abandoned. A lot about fires, and this looks like an isolated incident coming from within the home. Not very old.
I had no warrant, and I certainly did not want to enter if you see for yourself what I saw.
Hello! Hello!
On the force, you learn to trust your gut, to trust yourself, and I was jeopardizing my safety.
Oh, nah.
But the sounds I heard, and now you've heard, I cannot explain them.
So is this the ghost of the famous Witch of Del Rey taking a quick look out the window? Or is it all just a hoax? You decide. Cabin in the Woods. A Twitter poster named Greg claims that after his grandfather passed away, he inherited an isolated lake cabin located deep in the woods. He decided to stay there for the winter while trying to sell the house.
Hey, stop it
But
before I
Greg
take it away.
says that someone soon began to leave strange things outside his home.
Listen, figure it out,
including
okay?
This
Let's
odd wooden
stop.
symbol that was left hanging on his door.
Did I tell you I bought our car from Carvana?
Yeah, Ma.
It was so easy. I found the
On his doorknob. He says that soon after, he began to find more of the strange trinkets around his property. And late one night, while Greg was wandering around outside, he saw this.
Go in the room, mommy. Now, before I take the tablet.
No.
You bad. No. That's some ugly shit right there. The fuck is that?
A strange woman, bald, and seemingly with only pale skin where her eyes should be, was
That's some
standing in the
ugly shit.
darkness outside his home. Greg says that he could only describe the woman as a witch, but he doesn't know who she was or why she was there. Now, of course, most people believe Greg's story to be yet another Twitter ARG or internet horror fiction, but many of his 100,000 Twitter followers believe his story to be something more. And of course, Greg claims that his story is 100% real. So is this Twitter tale fact or fiction? Is this the true story of a lonely mountain cabin and what could be a mysterious witch in the woods? Or is it just another intricate Twitter creepypasta? You decide. By the way, you can read more of Greg's story on his Twitter at Gregory88. Bruja in the basement. In a very strange video from Colombia, a family claims that they are tormented by the spirit of a bruja or witch who haunts their home. In this clip, they are woken in the middle of the night by bizarre moans coming from downstairs.
Son las 9:30 de la mañana. Estoy otra vez acá en la casa. Están molestando como siempre. Esta vez quise grabar. Aquí está la Marianita. Voy a despertar. Junior. Juniorcito.
Mami, señora.
Papi, levántese que es que otra vez están molestando. Otra vez están molestando acá en la puerta. Vamos a estar, pero grabemos esto. Cristian está acá abajo del... Cristian, ven, acompáñame, esté pendiente, que otra vez están molestando en la puerta. Están molestando acá. Vamos, vale. Tira, Joanita.
Mami, ¿te oye?
Mami, pero ¿qué van a abrir allá? Mami, por favor, cuidado con las niñas, por favor, por Dios. Dios mío, Señor, guarda, descubre tu sangre preciosa, Señor, por favor.
Pero, ¿la abuelita?
No sé si se están escuchando.
Mami, hablamos acá por ti.
Pero quiero, me da la mano. No soy por eso. Quiero, que tenga la lista ahí, tranquilo.
¿Qué te diga? ¿No te vas a salir, por favor?
Pero tenga la penita lista. Cristian, quédate atrás. Cristian, aquí de nosotros.
Quede calmada. Mami, te oyes abajo,
Mami, abajo. Sí. Cójala. Yo no pisa. ¿Qué pedazo de niña? Cristian.
They talking too much, yo. Dang.
Vamos a bajar. Por eso, tratamos. Agarró con la peñita.
El nombre de Jesús. No, espere, yo no quiero bajar solo.
Bájale todo. Baje, Cristian. Agarra la luz.
¿Yo entro al propio?
Sí,
Mami, está hacia allá, mire.
Acércate con la cámara. No está por allá.
Vamos.
Qué
peligro eso.
No, por eso voy a acercarla. En el nombre de Jesús. Ya déjenos en paz.
En el nombre de Jesús.
Thanks for the sub.
¿Qué es eso?
As is probably evident from the potato video quality, this clip has been passed around the internet to the point that the original source is no longer known. So unfortunately, there's no follow-up and no information on what happened to the family. But what's your opinion? Does it look like this family is being haunted by the spirit of a witch? Or is it all just a hoax and some fake hysteria? Which is Walkway
Cannot Too.
Mike from the YouTube channel The In Vegas Style set up a motion-activated security camera outside his home after neighbors told him that some suspicious teens were skulking around his...
Hold Hurry up. Let's go.
Around his house while he was at work. Sure enough, he caught video of someone who seemed to be casing his home, repeatedly walking up to his house to check things out. Mike posted the video online and notified his neighbors to be on the lookout. Luckily, everything worked out, and there was never a break-in or any property vandalism. Now, cut to 2 years later. Mike still has his motion-activated security camera installed, monitoring the street outside his home. Well, on this particular day, the camera catches something very bizarre.
What's wrong with your
The camera
camera,
begins
bud?
recording as Mike's wife pulls into their garage, but the footage is digitally distorted. It's so pixelated that it almost looks like the camera is damaged or receiving some serious interference. But notice the strange figure walking down the sidewalk, and then the video clears for one brief frame to reveal this. For just an instant, we see clear footage of something that appears to be right out of a horror movie. It looks like some misshapen thing with a long nose and a tiny head, dressed in very bizarre clothing. Now, as I mentioned, there is heavy distortion in the clip, but it seems very odd that the person or thing in the video seems to be much more distorted than the surroundings. Mike says that his surveillance camera has never malfunctioned before this clip, and has never malfunctioned since. This is the only time this ever happened. So, what do you think? Is this simply digital distortion rearranging the features of an average person? Could it be someone wearing a mask? And either way, why does this odd glitch only occur right as this person enters the frame? Is it a witch, a creature, a thing, or simply digital distortion? Let me know what you think.
Some bullshit.
The Cage. Now, this next clip already appeared in a top 5 list on this channel a year ago, but no top 5 list of witches caught on camera would be complete without it. In fact, this is probably one of the creepiest paranormal videos I've ever seen. So, in the small town of St. Osyth in Essex, UK, there's a very old abandoned prison called The Cage. The prison is unique in that for over 400 years, it served as a jail to confine and execute women convicted of witchcraft. Paranormal researcher Brian Mack and his crew went to the site to perform an investigation into the supposed supernatural activity in the prison. While there, the crew said that they heard strange footsteps and whispers. Lights turned on and off by themselves, and members of the crew were bitten or pinched by something that they couldn't see. The experience was so frightening that some crew members actually refused to continue with the investigation. But the creepiest and most bizarre experience of all came when Brian Mack's team attempted to perform a seance while Brian observed from the other room.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Weird. Her eyes are black.
As the seance begins, one of the women's face seems to transform and contort in a horrifying way. Her nose seems to grow and her mouth curves into a bizarre, inhuman grin.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
Weird. Her eyes are black.
The researchers become worried and call the woman out of the room. It was later found that even though the woman had been wearing several layers of thick clothing, she had a bizarre burn mark down the back of her neck. After the investigation, the woman says that she had horrible nightmares and experienced strange things around her home. So was this woman possessed by the spirit of a witch? Or is it all just a trick of the light and the camera angle? A very, very bizarre trick. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. For all new videos and clips, check out this week's Facebook extras at facebook.com/nukestop5.
Everybody's watching, go ahead and hit
And while
that
you're
like
there, if you want to
button.
suggest a clip for inclusion in the top 5, just hit the submit message button.
I don't do mornings. Dad, though,